Question 1. What year marked the beginning of the Plantagenet dynasty? A. 1066, B. 1154, C. 1215, D. 1485. Answer: B. 1154. The Plantagenet dynasty began in 1154 with the accession of King Henry II, following the end of the Norman dynasty. Question 2. Describe the main trigger for the English Civil War. A. Economic disagreements, B. Religious differences, C. Royal succession disputes, D. Political power struggles between the monarchy and Parliament. Answer: D. Political power struggles between the monarchy and Parliament. The English Civil War was primarily triggered by ongoing conflicts over political power and governance between King Charles I and Parliament. Question 3. What was the purpose of the Magna Carta signed in 1215? A. To declare independence from France, B. To establish parliamentary democracy, C. To limit the powers of the king and protect the rights of nobles, D. To expand the territories of the British Empire. Answer: C. To limit the powers of the king and protect the rights of nobles. The Magna Carta was signed by King John of England in 1215 and is famous for limiting the powers of the king and establishing certain legal rights. Question 4. Name the battle in 1314 where the Scots under Robert the Bruce defeated the English. A. Battle of Agincourt, B. Battle of Bannockburn, C. Battle of Hessitings, D. Battle of Stirling Bridge. Answer: B. Battle of Bannockburn. The Scots, led by Robert the Bruce, defeated the English in the Battle of Bannockburn in 1314, a decisive conflict during the First War of Scottish Independence. Question 5. What religious transformation did Henry VIII initiate? A. The Crusades, B. The Reformation, C. The establishment of the Church of England, D. The dissolution of the monasteries. Answer: C. The establishment of the Church of England. Henry VIII initiated the religious transformation known as the English Reformation, which led to the establishment of the Church of England, separating from the Roman Catholic Church. Question 6. Which treaty in 1707 led to the formation of Great Britain? A. The Treaty of Paris, B. The Treaty of Versailles, C. The Acts of Union, D. The Treaty of Utrecht. Answer: C. The Acts of Union. The Acts of Union in 1707 merged the Parliaments of England and Scotland to form the Parliament of Great Britain, effectively creating the Kingdom of Great Britain. Question 7. During which monarch's reign did the English Restoration occur? A. Elizabeth I, B. James II, C. Charles II, D. William III. Answer: C. Charles II. The English Restoration refers to the period when Charles II was restored to the throne of England in 1660, marking the end of the Commonwealth period led by Oliver Cromwell. Question 8. What was the main outcome of the Glorious Revolution in 1688? A. The establishment of the Church of England, B. The signing of the Magna Carta, C. The overthrow of James II by William III and Mary II, D. The beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Answer: C. The overthrow of James II by William III and Mary II. The Glorious Revolution resulted in the deposition of James II and the ascension of William III and Mary II to the throne, securing Protestant rule. Question 9. Name the two houses that form the UK Parliament. A. House of Commons and House of Lords, B. House of Representatives and Senate. C. House of Commons and House of Windsor. D. House of Lords and House of Windsor. Answer: A. House of Commons and House of Lords. The UK Parliament is bicameral, consisting of two houses, the House of Commons and the House of Lords. Question 10. Who was the Prime Minister during the Battle of Britain? A. Neville Chamberlain. B. Winston Churchill. C. Clement Attlee. D. Margaret Thatcher. Answer: B. Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill was the British Prime Minister during the Battle of Britain in World War II. Question 11. What was the main contribution of the Reform Act of 1832? A. It abolished the slave trade. B. It granted universal suffrage. C. It extended the franchise and redistributed parliamentary seats. D. It established the welfare state. Answer: C. It extended the franchise and redistributed parliamentary seats. The Reform Act of 1832 was significant for widening the electoral franchise and addressing disparities in parliamentary representation. Question 12. When did women over the age of 30 gain the right to vote in the UK? A. 1928. B. 1918. C. 1895. D. 1945. Answer: B. 1918. Women over the age of 30 gained the right to vote in 1918 following the Representation of the People Act. Question 13. Which British scientist is credited with establishing the laws of gravity? A. Charles Darwin. B. Isaac Newton. C. Michael Faraday. D. Stephen Hawking. Answer: B. Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton is credited with establishing the laws of gravity, which he formulated in the 17th century. Question 14. Name the ship that carried the Pilgrim Fathers to America. A. The Mayflower. B. The Santa Maria. C. The Endeavour. D. The Beagle. Answer: A. The Mayflower. The Mayflower is the ship that carried the Pilgrim Fathers to America in 1620. Question 15. What is the significance of the Battle of Hastings in 1066? A. It ended Roman rule in Britain. B. It resulted in the Norman conquest of England. C. It was the last successful invasion of Britain. D. Both B and C. Answer: D. Both B and C. The Battle of Hastings in 1066 is significant because it resulted in the Norman conquest of England and marked the last successful invasion of Britain. Question 16. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the UK? A. Queen Elizabeth II. B. Margaret Thatcher. C. Theresa May. D. Angela Merkel. Answer: B. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher was the first female Prime Minister of the UK, serving from 1979 to 1990. Question 17. Describe the main economic change during the Industrial Revolution. A. The shift from agricultural to industrial production. B. The introduction of the gold standard. C. The expansion of the British Empire. D. The establishment of the welfare state. Answer: A. The shift from agricultural to industrial production. The Industrial Revolution marked a significant economic shift from traditional agriculture to large-scale industrial production, beginning in the late 18th century. Question 18. What was the main reason for the creation of the Commonwealth? A. To establish a new currency system. B. To foster economic agreements among former British colonies. C. To promote political cooperation and common values among independent countries. D. To compete with the United States. Answer: C. To promote political cooperation and common values among independent countries. The Commonwealth was created to maintain an association of countries that were mostly former territories of the British Empire, promoting political cooperation and shared values. Question 19. When was the National Health Service established? A. 1948. B. 1952. C. 1960. D. 1973. Answer: A. 1948. The National Health Service, NHS, was established in 1948 to provide healthcare services funded by taxation, available to all UK residents. Question 20. Which document, signed by King John, limited the powers of the King? A. The Royal Charter. B. The Magna Carta. C. The Bill of Rights. D. The Constitution of the United Kingdom. Answer: B. The Magna Carta. The Magna Carta, signed by King John in 1215, is a seminal document that limited the powers of the king and laid the groundwork for modern democracy. Question 21. What was the main goal of the Chartists? A. To abolish the monarchy. B. To gain voting rights for all men. C. To end the Industrial Revolution. D. To establish a new constitution. Answer: B. To gain voting rights for all men. The Chartists were a working-class movement in the 19th century that sought political reforms and universal male suffrage. Question 22. Describe the British contribution to the discovery of DNA. A. Invention of the microscope. B. Discovery of the double helix structure. C. Development of genetic engineering. D. Creation of the first cloned animal. Answer: B. Discovery of the double helix structure. Francis Crick and James Watson, with significant contributions from Rosalind Franklin, discovered the double helix structure of DNA, pivotal in understanding genetics. Question 23. What landmark event in 1805 established British naval dominance? A. The Battle of Trafalgar. B. The signing of the Treaty of Paris. C. The Battle of Waterloo. D. The Battle of Britain. Answer: A. The Battle of Trafalgar. The Battle of Trafalgar in 1805 was a decisive naval victory against Napoleon's forces, establishing British naval dominance for over a century. Question 24. Name the king associated with the Royal House of Windsor's establishment. A. George V. B. Edward VII. C. Henry VIII. D. Charles II. Answer: A. George V. King George V established the House of Windsor in 1917, changing the royal family's name from the House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha due to anti-German sentiment during World War I. Question 25. What was the primary purpose of the Acts of Union 1707? A. To unify England and France. B. To establish parliamentary democracy in Scotland. C. To merge the parliaments of England and Scotland. D. To declare war on France. Answer: C. To merge the parliaments of England and Scotland. The Acts of Union 1707 unified the parliaments of England and Scotland, forming the Kingdom of Great Britain. Question 26. Who was the British monarch during the American Revolution? A. Queen Victoria. B. King George III. C. King Edward III. D. Queen Elizabeth I. Answer: B. King George III. King George III was the monarch during the American Revolution, a period of intense conflict leading to the independence of the 13 colonies in America. Question 27. Explain the significance of the Bill of Rights 1689. A. It formally ended the English Civil War. B. It established the rights of Parliament over the monarchy. C. It granted independence to American colonies. D. It abolished the feudal system. Answer. B. It established the rights of Parliament over the monarchy. The Bill of Rights 1689 was significant for limiting the powers of the monarchy and setting out the rights of Parliament. Question 28. What conflict led to the formation of the United Nations, with Britain as a founding member? A. The Cold War. B. World War II. C. The Korean War. D. The Vietnam War. Answer. B. World War II. The United Nations was formed after World War II, with Britain as a founding member, to promote international cooperation and prevent future conflicts. Question 29. Name the landmark Supreme Court ruling on prorogation of Parliament in 2019. A. The Miller case. B. The Brexit ruling. C. The Johnson prorogation case. D. The devolution case. Answer. C. The Johnson prorogation case. In 2019, the UK Supreme Court ruled that Prime Minister Boris Johnson's advice to the Queen to prorogue Parliament was unlawful. Question 30. Which British monarch reigned during the Victorian era? A. Queen Victoria. B. Queen Elizabeth I. C. King George III. D. King Edward VII. Answer. A. Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria reigned during the Victorian era, a period of significant industrial, cultural, political, scientific, and military changes in the United Kingdom. Question 31. When did the UK join the European Economic Community? A. 1973. B. 1957. C. 1984. D. 1992. Answer. A. 1973. The UK joined the European Economic Community, now known as the European Union, in 1973. Question 32. What major political change occurred in the UK in 1997 related to devolution? A. The establishment of the Scottish Parliament. B. The formation of the United Kingdom. C. The signing of the European Union Treaty. D. The abolition of the Welsh Assembly. Answer. A. The establishment of the Scottish Parliament. In 1997, significant political changes included the establishment of the Scottish Parliament and the Welsh Assembly, marking a major step in devolution. Question 33. Who is known for penning Oliver Twist, and what was its social impact? A. Charles Dickens. B. William Shakespeare. C. Jane Austen. D. J.K. Rowling. Answer. A. Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens, who wrote Oliver Twist, highlighted the social inequalities and harsh realities of life for the poor in Victorian England, influencing social reforms. Question 34. What significant health crisis did the UK face in the late 1990s and early 2000s related to livestock? A. Avian flu. B. Mad cow disease. C. Swine flu. D. Foot and mouth disease. Answer. B. Mad cow disease. The UK faced a significant health crisis related to bovine spongiform encephalopathy, BSE, commonly known as mad cow disease, in the late 1990s. Question 35. Describe the role of the House of Lords in the UK Parliament. A. It is the lower legislative house. B. It is the upper legislative house. C. It is the judicial branch of government. D. It is the executive branch of government. Answer: B. It is the upper legislative house. The House of Lords is the upper house of the UK Parliament, playing a crucial role in reviewing and amending proposed legislation. Question 36. What are the main responsibilities of the Home Secretary? A. Managing the economy. B. Overseeing foreign affairs. C. Handling internal affairs and security. D. Supervising education policies. Answer: C. Handling internal affairs and security. The Home Secretary is responsible for internal affairs in England and Wales, including immigration, security, and policing. Question 37. During which king's reign did the English Reformation take place? A. King Henry VIII. B. King Edward VI. C. King James I. D. King Charles I. Answer: A. King Henry VIII. The English Reformation, which led to the establishment of the Church of England, independent of the Roman Catholic Church, occurred during the reign of King Henry VIII. Question 38. What is the significance of the Good Friday Agreement? A. It marked the end of the English Civil War. B. It initiated the UK's entry into the European Union. C. It brought peace to Northern Ireland. D. It resolved the Scottish independence issue. Answer: C. It brought peace to Northern Ireland. The Good Friday Agreement in 1998 was a major political development that helped bring an end to the period of conflict known as the Troubles in Northern Ireland. Question 39. What legal principle is the Magna Carta especially known for establishing? A. The right to bear arms. B. The right to a fair trial. C. The concept of divine right of kings. D. The establishment of parliamentary sovereignty. Answer: B. The right to a fair trial. The Magna Carta is especially known for establishing the legal principle that everyone has the right to a fair trial. Question 40. Who was the reigning monarch during the Great Fire of London? A. King Charles II. B. Queen Elizabeth I. C. King Henry VIII. D. King James I. Answer: A. King Charles II. The Great Fire of London occurred in 1666 during the reign of King Charles II. Question 41. What major law was passed in the UK in 1967 concerning social behaviour? A. The Decriminalisation of Homosexuality Act. B. The Civil Rights Act. C. The Equal Pay Act. D. The Public Order Act. Answer: A. The Decriminalisation of Homosexuality Act. In 1967, the UK passed a law that decriminalised homosexual acts in private between two men, both of whom had to be at least 21 years of age. Question 42. What is the doctrine of parliamentary sovereignty? A. The Queen has absolute power over the Parliament. B. Parliament is the supreme legal authority. C. The judiciary can override parliamentary statutes. D. Local governments have autonomy from Parliament. Answer: B. Parliament is the supreme legal authority. The doctrine of parliamentary sovereignty means that Parliament is the supreme legal authority, which can create or end any law. Question 43. Who were the main participants in the Wars of the Roses? A. The House of Lancaster and the House of York. B. The House of Windsor and the House of Stuart. C. The House of Tudor and the House of Plantagenet. D. The House of Hanover and the House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha. Answer: A. the House of Lancaster and the House of York. The Wars of the Roses were a series of civil wars fought in the 15th century between the House of Lancaster and the House of York, both branches of the royal House of Plantagenet. Question 44. What is considered the founding document of the British Constitution? A. The Magna Carta. B. The Bill of Rights. C. The Act of Settlement. D. The Royal Charters. Answer. A. The Magna Carta. Often considered a foundational text of the British Constitution, the Magna Carta, signed in 1215, established key legal concepts that have underpinned the development of the rule of law. Question 45. When did the Battle of Britain take place and why is it significant? A. 1940. It was a crucial victory that prevented a German invasion. B. 1916. It marked the end of World War I. C. 1939. It was the start of World War II. D. 1945. It resulted in the defeat of Nazi Germany. Answer. A. 1940. It was a crucial victory that prevented a German invasion. The Battle of Britain took place in 1940 and is significant as it was the first major military campaign fought entirely by air forces, and it prevented Germany from gaining air superiority over Britain. Question 46. Which British explorer is known for his voyages to the Pacific Ocean? A. Sir Francis Drake. B. Captain James Cook. C. John Cabot. D. Sir Walter Raleigh. Answer. B. Captain James Cook. Known for his voyages to the Pacific Ocean, Captain James Cook made detailed maps of Newfoundland and the Pacific Islands. Question 47. What reform did the Factory Acts bring about in the 19th century? A. They introduced minimum wage. B. They limited the working hours of children and women. C. They abolished child labor. D. They established workers' compensation. Answer. B. They limited the working hours of children and women. The Factory Acts were a series of UK labour laws that improved conditions for workers in factories and significantly limited the working hours of children and women. Question 48. What event in 1952 significantly impacted Queen Elizabeth II's reign? A. Her marriage. B. The death of her father, King George VI. C. Her coronation. D. The Suez Crisis. Answer. B. The death of her father, King George VI. The event that significantly impacted Queen Elizabeth II's reign was the death of her father, King George VI, in 1952, which led to her accession to the throne. Question 49. Describe the economic state of the UK during the post-World War II period. A. It experienced a rapid economic boom. B. It was marked by significant austerity and rebuilding. C. It was the wealthiest period in British history. D. The economy was primarily agricultural. Answer. B. It was marked by significant austerity and rebuilding. The post-World War II period in the UK was characterised by austerity and significant efforts to rebuild and recover from the devastation of the war. Question 50. What historical event led to the transfer of Hong Kong in 1997? A. The signing of the Nanking Treaty. B. The end of the British Empire. C. The Hong Kong Handover Agreement. D. The lease expiration agreed in the Second Convention of Peking. Answer. D. The lease expiration agreed in the Second Convention of Peking. Hong Kong was transferred back to China in 1997 following the expiration of a 99-year lease set out in the Second Convention of Peking. Question 51. What major change occurred in British society with the Broadcasting Act of 1990? A. It introduced commercial radio. B. It deregulated the broadcasting industry. C. It banned private broadcasting stations. D. It established the BBC. Answer: B. It deregulated the broadcasting industry. The Broadcasting Act of 1990 deregulated the British broadcasting industry, facilitating the entry of private and commercial players into the market. Question 52. Who led the British forces during the Falklands War? A. Winston Churchill. B. Margaret Thatcher. C. Admiral Sir John Fieldhouse. D. General Sir Jeremy Moore. Answer: D. General Sir Jeremy Moore. General Sir Jeremy Moore led the British land forces during the Falklands War. Question 53. What treaty ended the First World War for the UK? A. The Treaty of Versailles. B. The Treaty of Paris. C. The Treaty of Brussels. D. The Treaty of London. Answer: A. The Treaty of Versailles. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, officially ended World War I for the UK and the Allied powers. Question 54. Describe the impact of the Black Death on medieval England. A. It led to a significant decrease in the population. B. It resulted in the end of feudalism. C. It initiated the Industrial Revolution. D. It caused the English Civil War. Answer: A. It led to a significant decrease in the population. The Black Death had a devastating impact on medieval England, significantly reducing the population and causing profound social and economic changes. Question 55. Who was responsible for the establishment of the Church of England? A. Queen Elizabeth I. B. King Henry VIII. C. King James I. D. King Charles I. Answer: B. King Henry VIII. King Henry VIII was responsible for the establishment of the Church of England, breaking away from the Roman Catholic Church during the English Reformation. Question 56. Name the architect famous for rebuilding London after the Great Fire of 1666. A. Christopher Wren. B. John Nash. C. Inigo Jones. D. Nicholas Hawksmoor. Answer: A. Christopher Wren. Sir Christopher Wren was the architect who played a significant role in rebuilding London after the Great Fire of 1666, including the design of the new St. Paul's Cathedral. Question 57. When was the Slavery Abolition Act enacted in the British Empire? A. 1833. B. 1807. C. 1865. D. 1823. Answer: A. 1833. The Slavery Abolition Act was enacted in 1833, which abolished slavery throughout the British Empire. Question 58. What is the primary role of the Prime Minister in the UK? A. To serve as the head of state. B. To lead the government and oversee the executive branch. C. To preside over the judiciary. D. To represent the UK in the House of Lords. Answer: B. To lead the government and oversee the executive branch. The primary role of the Prime Minister in the UK is to lead the government and oversee the executive branch, making decisions on policies and their implementation. Question 59. Who discovered penicillin, and why is it significant? A. Alexander Fleming. B. Marie Curie. C. Louis Pasteur. D. Isaac Newton. Answer: A. Alexander Fleming. Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin in 1928, and it is significant because it was the world's first antibiotic, revolutionizing the treatment of bacterial infections. Question 60. What event is commemorated by Guy Fawkes Night? A. The end of the English Civil War. B. The restoration of the monarchy. C. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. D. The signing of the Magna Carta. Answer: C. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. Guy Fawkes Night is commemorated on November 5th each year to mark the anniversary of the Gunpowder Plot, in which Guy Fawkes and other conspirators attempted to blow up the Houses of Parliament. Question 61. Which Act granted independence to India from British rule? A. The India Independence Act of 1947. B. The Delhi Proclamation of 1858. C. The Partition Act of 1947. D. The Raj Act of 1935. Answer: A. The India Independence Act of 1947. This act partitioned British India into the two independent dominions of India and Pakistan, effectively granting independence to both nations. Question 62. What was the Beveridge Report, and how did it impact the UK? A. It was a military strategy report during World War II. B. It proposed reforms for social insurance and welfare. C. It detailed the economic recovery plan post-World War II. D. It outlined the education reforms in the 1950s. Answer: B. It proposed reforms for social insurance and welfare. The Beveridge Report, published in 1942, outlined proposals for a comprehensive welfare state with social insurance, healthcare and pensions, which led to the establishment of the welfare state in the UK. Question 63. Who was the longest-serving Prime Minister of the 20th century in the UK? A. Winston Churchill. B. Margaret Thatcher. C. Harold Wilson. D. Tony Blair. Answer: B. Margaret Thatcher. Serving from 1979 to 1990, Margaret Thatcher is the longest-serving British Prime Minister of the 20th century. Question 64. What significant environmental agreement did the UK sign in 1997? A. The Paris Agreement. B. The Kyoto Protocol. C. The Montreal Protocol. D. The London Amendment. Answer: B. The Kyoto Protocol. In 1997, the UK signed the Kyoto Protocol, an international treaty that commits state parties to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, based on the premise that global warming exists and human-made CO2 emissions have caused it. Question 65. What was the main focus of the suffragette movement in the UK? A. Gender equality in education. B. Women's right to vote. C. Equal employment rights. D. Abolition of the monarchy. Answer: B. Women's right to vote. The suffragette movement, led by figures like Emmeline Pankhurst, focused primarily on securing women's right to vote in the UK. Question 66. Name the principle that no one is above the law in British legal doctrine. A. The rule of law. B. Sovereign immunity. C. Parliamentary sovereignty. D. Royal prerogative. Answer: A. The rule of law. This principle, fundamental to British legal doctrine, states that no one, regardless of position, is above the law. Question 67. When did the UK first participate in the Eurovision Song Contest? A. 1957. B. 1960. C. 1973. D. 1956. Answer: A. 1957. The UK first participated in the Eurovision Song Contest in 1957. Question 68. What treaty recognized the independence of the United States from Britain? A. The Treaty of Paris, 1783. B. The Treaty of Versailles, 1919. C. The Treaty of Ghent, 1814. D. The Treaty of London, 1604. Answer A. The Treaty of Paris, 1783. This treaty ended the American Revolutionary War and recognized the sovereignty of the United States. Question 69. Name the law that initially established the welfare state in the UK. A. The National Health Service Act 1946. B. The Welfare Act 1948. C. The Social Security Act 1935. D. The Beveridge Report Implementation Act 1944. Answer A. The National Health Service Act 1946. This act played a crucial role in establishing the welfare state in the UK, including the creation of the National Health Service. Question 70. What was the Great Exhibition of 1851, and why was it important? A. A military display showcasing Britain's naval strength. B. An international exhibition that demonstrated the industrial, cultural, and technological advancements of the time. C. A political summit for discussing colonial expansions. D. A sporting event introducing cricket to the world. Answer B. An international exhibition that demonstrated the industrial, cultural, and technological advancements of the time. The Great Exhibition of 1851, held in London, was significant for showcasing the inventions and advancements of the industrial age. Question 71. Who was the monarch during the establishment of the UK's current constitutional monarchy? A. Queen Victoria. B. King George III. C. King William IV. D. Queen Anne. Answer A. Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria was the monarch during the establishment of the UK's current constitutional monarchy framework in the 19th century. Question 72. Describe the significance of the Battle of Waterloo. A. It marked the end of the French Revolutionary Wars. B. It resulted in Napoleon's final defeat, ending his rule as Emperor of the French. C. It initiated the unification of Germany. D. It led to the independence of Belgium. Answer B. It resulted in Napoleon's final defeat, ending his rule as Emperor of the French. The Battle of Waterloo in 1815 was significant for marking the definitive end to Napoleon's military ambitions in Europe. Question 73. What act limited the working hours of women and young people in the 19th century? A. The Factory Act 1833. B. The Mines Act 1842. C. The Employment Act 1850. D. The Work Hours Act 1860. Answer A. The Factory Act 1833. This act was one of the first laws to set limits on the working hours of women and young people in factories, marking a significant step in labour reforms. Question 74. Who was involved in the Gunpowder Plot of 1605? A. Oliver Cromwell. B. Guy Fawkes. C. Charles I. D. James I. Answer B. Guy Fawkes. Guy Fawkes was one of the key figures involved in the Gunpowder Plot of 1605, an attempt to blow up the House of Lords and assassinate King James I. Question 75. What historical figure is known as the Lady with the Lamp? A. Queen Elizabeth I. B. Florence Nightingale. C. Mary Seacole. D. Queen Victoria. Answer B. Florence Nightingale. Florence Nightingale is known as the Lady with the Lamp for her pioneering work in nursing during the Crimean War, where she tended to wounded soldiers at night by lamplight. Question 76. What major world event did Winston Churchill lead Britain through? A. World War I. B. World War II. C. The Cold War. D. The Korean War. Answer: B. World War II. Winston Churchill was the British Prime Minister who led the country through the challenging times of World War II. Question 77. Describe the origins and purpose of the Commonwealth Games. A. To strengthen military alliances among Commonwealth countries. B. To promote peace and reconciliation in post-war Europe. C. To improve economic ties between European and Asian countries. D. To foster a spirit of friendship and sportsmanship among Commonwealth nations. Answer: D. To foster a spirit of friendship and sportsmanship among Commonwealth nations. The Commonwealth Games, originally known as the British Empire Games, were established to encourage camaraderie and sporting competition among nations of the Commonwealth. Question 78. What was the main outcome of the Battle of Trafalgar? A. It prevented the French and Spanish fleets from invading Britain. B. It started the Spanish-American War. C. It led to the capture of Napoleon. D. It resulted in the independence of several South American countries. Answer: A. It prevented the French and Spanish fleets from invading Britain. The Battle of Trafalgar in 1805 was a pivotal naval engagement during the Napoleonic Wars, ensuring British control of the seas and preventing a planned invasion. Question 79. What key law was introduced as part of the welfare reforms after World War II? A. The National Insurance Act 1946. B. The Social Security Act 1948. C. The Education Act 1944. D. The Housing Act 1949. Answer: A. The National Insurance Act 1946. This act was a crucial component of the post-World War II welfare reforms, establishing a comprehensive system of social security and contributory benefits for the population. Question 80. Who was the UK's first female Foreign Secretary? A. Theresa May. B. Margaret Thatcher. C. Margaret Beckett. D. Priti Patel. Answer: C. Margaret Beckett. Margaret Beckett served as the first female Foreign Secretary of the UK in 2006. Question 81. What principle did the Human Rights Act of 1998 embody in UK law? A. The supremacy of parliamentary legislation. B. The incorporation of European Union law. C. The codification of constitutional statutes. D. The incorporation of the European Convention on Human Rights into domestic law. Answer: D. The incorporation of the European Convention on Human Rights into domestic law. The Human Rights Act of 1998 is significant for incorporating the European Convention on Human Rights into UK law, allowing UK courts to hear human rights cases. Question 82. When did Scotland vote to remain a part of the UK in the recent referendum? A. 2014. B. 1997. C. 2000. D. 2010. Answer: A. 2014. In a 2014 referendum, Scotland voted to remain a part of the United Kingdom, with a majority of the public voting against independence. Question 83. What is the primary function of the Chancellor of the Exchequer in the UK? A. To oversee foreign policies. B. To head the judiciary system. C. To manage the country's financial and economic matters. D. To regulate the educational standards. Answer: C. To manage the country's financial and economic matters. The Chancellor of the Exchequer is a senior position in the UK government responsible for managing the overall financial and economic matters, including the Treasury. Question 84. Who authored the report leading to the establishment of the NHS? A. Beveridge Report by William Beveridge. B. Smith Report by Adam Smith. C. Keynes Report by John Maynard Keynes. D. Churchill Report by Winston Churchill. Answer: A. Beveridge Report by William Beveridge. The Beveridge Report, authored by William Beveridge, laid the foundations for the welfare state in the UK, including the establishment of the National Health Service, NHS. Question 85. What role did Britain play in the Treaty of Versailles? A. It was primarily a mediator between France and Germany. B. It was one of the principal signatories and architects. C. It had a minor role and did not influence the treaty's terms. D. It opposed the treaty and advocated for leniency towards Germany. Answer: B. It was one of the principal signatories and architects. Britain, along with France and the United States, played a significant role in drafting the Treaty of Versailles, which formally ended World War I. Question 86. What significant educational reform occurred under the government of Tony Blair? A. The introduction of tuition fees for university education. B. The abolition of public schools. C. The establishment of compulsory education until the age of 18. D. The nationalization of private schools. Answer: A. The introduction of tuition fees for university education. One of the significant educational reforms under Tony Blair's government was the introduction of tuition fees for higher education in England and Wales in 1998. Question 87. When did decimalisation of the British currency occur and why? A. 1971, to simplify the currency system and align with international standards. B. 1965, as part of economic reforms to combat inflation. C. 1980, to facilitate electronic financial transactions. D. 1955, to join the European Economic Community. Answer: A. 1971, to simplify the currency system and align with international standards. The decimalisation of the British currency occurred in 1971, changing the system to one based on units of 10 for ease and alignment with most other global currencies. Question 88. What landmark event in 2012 marked London's global status? A. The signing of the London Declaration. B. The hosting of the Summer Olympic Games. C. The establishment of the London Stock Exchange as the world's largest. D. The bicentenary of the Battle of Waterloo. Answer: B. The hosting of the Summer Olympic Games. In 2012, London hosted the Summer Olympic Games, a landmark event that highlighted the city's global status and attracted international attention and visitors. Question 89. Who was the British monarch during the decolonisation of Africa? A. Queen Elizabeth II. B. King George VI. C. King Edward VII. D. Queen Victoria. Answer: A. Queen Elizabeth II. Queen Elizabeth II was the British monarch during the period of the decolonisation of Africa, which saw numerous African territories gain independence from British rule during the 1950s and 1960s. Question 90. Describe the UK's transition from an absolute monarchy to a constitutional monarchy. A. It was a sudden change following the Glorious Revolution. B. It occurred gradually through a series of legal and cultural shifts. C. It was imposed by external powers after World War II. D. It was a direct result of the Magna Carta's signing. Answer B. It occurred gradually through a series of legal and cultural shifts. The UK's transition from an absolute monarchy to a constitutional monarchy was not sudden but evolved gradually over centuries through significant legal and cultural developments, including the Magna Carta and the Bill of Rights.